This guy, D'Angelo Hall, spent several seasons on the field. We agree on some things, we disagree on others. Let's see how it hashes out. I'm going to say something, you tell me what you think.
All right.
We're talking about all these teams right now. There's so much hype. West Coast is watching our show. Here's the statement. Agree or disagree? The Chargers, out of the gate, are AFC contenders in 2021.
I'm going to have to disagree. And I want to agree because I love Justin Herbert. I love what he showed me last year as a rookie. But I also know he's going to be learning a new offense. He's going to be trying to get all that terminology. I thought another year in the system he was in, absolutely. They are there and ready to be a contender. But now because he has to kind of take that approach where he's learning a little bit more, he hasn't been on the field yet through the course of the preseason. So I don't even know what to expect. So I'm highly anticipating it, but I love Justin Herbert. I do want to say that this is not an indictment on Justin Herbert. It's just you got to learn the scheme. You got to gel with your teammates. And then the AFC is just tough, man. It's a dogfight.
And not everyone could be a contender. I think they are contenders.
Okay.
They had inner joint practices with the Niners, and I assume you got the Niners with Bosa, and you've got Armstead and Freddie Warner and all these guys. And I assume that when I talked to the Niners sources, all right, you guys beat up on the Chargers, right? You know, new offensive line. No.
What?
No. They were like, that team is for real. Herbert is for real. They're going to put points on the board. And Brandon Staley, defensive coach, maybe a different feel to that team than what it was in recent years with Anthony Lynn. We shall see. But I think this team is going to surprise some folks. The fact that they could hang with the Niners and those big boys on that defensive line, that tells me a lot. Very, very often you ask the team about the other team, like, they stink. Niners guys were very respectful for our show. We had a segment called Story Time with D'Angelo Hall. You took us behind the scenes on a famous Hard Knocks moment, a scuffle, a brouhaha, a talking session with DeAndre Hopkins. You said you slipped.
Yeah.
My statement is this. D'Angelo Hall slipped and has an excuse for that play with DeAndre Hopkins that has been tweeted and discussed. Agree or disagree?
I disagree. I mean, I slipped. And I tell anybody who's a DB, like, would you have slipped off of that move? Because to me, you have to go sideways, right? To kind of make me, I guess, feel as though you shook me. For me, I'm actually reading the quarterback. If y'all rewind that clip, I got my eyes on the quarterback too. So as I see that quarterback wind up, I put my foot in the ground and I try to go. But I didn't get that cleat in the ground like I thought I did. Slipped, kind of twisted my ankle a little bit.
So he didn't break your ankles.
No, watch this, Pete. Look at my eyes. I'm reading that quarterback and I'm like,
it looks like it's a really nice out pattern that he does. It looks like you got a little bit tripped up here. It looks like you were expecting him to go deep, so you were backing up, and then he made a quick move, and you slipped. Here's my statement, okay? And I'm not... I got a text from a couple different defensive coaches. Some of them you know. Some of them have not had the honor to coach you. And one of them said, yes, he slipped, but it was also terrible technique on that play. Your response to terrible technique being the critique.
It was terrible technique because I bet I know who you're talking about. Maybe Raheem Morris. And he always wanted me to stay square. D-Hall, you got to stay square through that.
Show me what that means. Let's get up and do a little demo.
That means he's talking about stay square, so I'm on that receiver.
Okay.
And because in college I did a lot of sliding and glide, sometimes I convert back to that slide and glide so I can just put my foot in the ground super easy and go. Raheem always wanted me to stay square because he wanted me to trust my speed. He said, man, you can run with anybody. Stay square is just an easier break. So, terrible technique by me. I will admit that. I should have been square, and it would have been an easy break. Yeah.
It's for you, America. That is what we call two-point conversing. D'Angelo's the man. We're having a blast here. Keep on watching because the preseason wasn't friendly for a 5th overall pick, Jamar Chase. But our guy, Kyle Brandt, has some thoughts. Can't wait to get into this. Stick right here. Bengals fans, we got you covered.